ಒಟ್ಟು ಹೊಕ್ಕಂಗೈತಲ್ಲ ಚಕ್ರ
ಯಾವ ಸರ್
ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು
PH ಮಾಡೋರ ಹುಚ್ಚರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಾವು
ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರೋದ
ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅನ್ಸ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂಥರ ತ್ರಾಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂಥರ ತ್ರಾಸ ಅದ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ತ್ರಾಸ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವ್ ಇದಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಬಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ರೀ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿರಿ ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಅದ
ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಲಿಂಕ್
ಸೇಮ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ರೀ L2 CSC faculty ಈಗ ಇದು ಈಗ ಏನೇ ಸರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್
ಈಗ ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್
ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನ್ರಿ
ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ
ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಸರ್ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ
ಇದು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಸರ್ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಯಾರ
ಅದ ಜಿಮಿಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಬೆಳಗಿಂದ
ಜಿಮಿಟ್ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿರಿ
ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗ
ಇದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಲ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ್ದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು
ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರ್
ಲಿಂಕ್ ಸರ್ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ
ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಂದ್ರ
ಹೌದ್ರಿ
ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತಿರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಯಾರ
ಇಲ್ಲೇ
GYP ZYPHX and RKX. One second, right? GYP ZYHX RKX. Join.
ನಾಳೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಐತಿ
ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದನೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ
ನಿಮ್ ನಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ
ನಾಡ್ದಿದ್ರು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್
ನಾಳೆ ಇವ್ರದಾಗ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಚಂದ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತೊಗೊಂತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತೊಗೊಂತಾನೆ
ನಿಮ್ದು ಐತ್ರಿ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತಂದೈತಿ
ಸರ್ 10 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸರ್
ನಂದು 10 ನಾಳೆ ನಂದು 11 ನಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ತೋರ
ನಾನು ಫ್ರೀ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ
ಅಲ್ಲಿದಂತೂ ಒಂದು
ನೋಡ್ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಬರೈತೆ
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ನಂದು ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಂದು 3ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಐತಿ ನಾಳೆ
ಹೌದ್ರಿ
2ನೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನಾನು
ಹಾಂ
ಬಟ್ ಇವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಗ್ಗ ಇದಾತ್ರ ಸರ್ ಇವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಈಗ 2 ಗಂಟೆ
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ
ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಯಾರ್ದು ನಾಳೆ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್
ನಾನು 10 ರಿಂದ 11 ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಸರ್ 2ನೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ಸರ್
1ನೇ ಸೆಷನ್
ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾನು
ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ 2 ನಿಮ್ದು ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 10 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಟ್ಟೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ
ಮತ್ತೊಂದು
ನಾಳೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸುನಿಲ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ಲ ಈಗಿನ
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಸರ್ ನಾಳೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾರೆ
ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಗ್ಯಾಕ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ ಒಂದು 2 ತಾಸು
ನಾಡ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನಾಳೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಏನ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ
ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಐತೆ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್
ಸುನಿಲ್ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ
ನೋಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ರೀ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಸುಲಿತಾರೆ ನಾನು
ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಚಾಲು ಐತಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಚಾಲು ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರೀ
Sir, lecturers are taking class using webcam up to completion of one class itself. 50% of my data is over. Many of my friends are not there. That's sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗೈತಿ
Discuss it.
ಅದು ಈಗ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತಗೋತಾರೆ
ಅದು webcam ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಡೇಟಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ನಾನು OBS ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ
ನಾಳೆ ಅಂತೂ ನಾಡ್ದು ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಒಂದು ತಗೋದಾರ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಾಡ್ದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇದಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ
ಫೋನ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಾಗ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ರಪ್ಪ
ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ
ತೋತ್ರಿ
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರೆ
ನಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐತೆ ಇಲ್ರಿ ವೆನ್ಸ್ಡೇ ನನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು
ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತೋದ್ನಿ ನೀವು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅವ್ರು
ನಾ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಆಯ್ತು ಹಂಗಿದೆ
ಏನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಅದ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು
ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂದು ಏನೇನೋ ಐತೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಐತಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ನಾಡ್ತರು ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಕೊಡ್ರತ್ರ ಫ್ರೀ
ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನದು ಮುಗಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್
ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗ್ರಿ 2 ತಾಸು ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ 1.5 ತಾಸು ಏನು ಅಷ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅದ ರೀ ನೀವು ನಾಳೆ ನಾಡ್ತರು 1 ಅವರ್ ತೋರು 1 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು
ಇವರು 4 ಮಾಡ್ಲದ ಅದ್ರಾಗೆ 5 ಮಾಡ್ಲದ
ನಮ್ಗೇನೋ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 4 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ
ಬ್ಯಾಸರ ಆಗೈತಿ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾರ್ರಿ ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಇಡು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸರ್
ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಅದೇ 4 ವರ್ಷ ಬರ್ದು ನೋಡ್ರು 2 ವರ್ಷ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಿಪ್ರಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರು ನಾವು ಅದೇನೋ ಸುಮಾರು
Hello.
Redmi ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ. ಹಲೋ.
Ramesh sir.
ಬಾಬುರಿ ಸರ್. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್.
Good evening, everyone. audible? Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Our second session topic is about wireless security, and resource person is Dr. Ramesh M. Kagalkar, Professor at KLE Engineering College, Chikodi. Hand over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Madam, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, dear participants, students. Myself, Dr. Ramesh M. Kagalkar, Professor, Dean R&D, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, KLE College of Engineering Technology, Chikodi. So, my topic webinar is wireless security. As we all know that the wireless security is the prevention of unauthorized access or damage to computer or data using wireless network, which include the Wi-Fi network. Okay, let us know the agenda of the today topics. I'm going to begin with the introduction, where I'm going to cover about wireless media, and security importance. Then wireless application protocol about the WAP, I'm going to explain. Then WAP security, then security issue with the wireless transport layer security that we call as a WTLS, and wireless LAN that we call WLAN, wireless LAN security, then a future of wireless security, and finally conclusion. Okay. Uh, Moving to the
Hello, sir.
introduction. So as
Hello, sir.
yes, hello.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Your voice is not clear, sir.
Not clear. Wait.
Sir,
I'll
it's
check.
clear. Maybe she's facing some internet issue from her side.
Okay, sir. No problem. I'll continue, sir, again. So let's start with the introduction. As we all know that the internet has become unavoidable in our daily life. Appropriate use of internet makes our life easy, fast, and simple. The internet helps us fact and the figures, the information, and the knowledge for personal, social, economic development. As technology advances in society, the need for the wired and the wireless networking has become essential. Each of these types of networking has their advantages and disadvantages according to the security. So, in wire networking has a different hardware requirement, and the range and the benefits are different. Whereas in the wireless networking has taken into the consideration the range, mobility, and the several types of hardware components need to establish a wireless network. Moving into the wired media informations or data transmission through cable and is secure. So it uses a cable such as twisted pair, coaxial, fiber, optics, etc. Whereas in wireless data, the information transmission through air is not secure. So as it uses the cable such as radio waves, microwaves, interfered, etc. Moving into the looking into the security aspect, as wire media has a high security than the wireless. Look at the different devices connected using a wireless as well as a wire media. Okay. Wireless network becomes more and more widespread throughout the organization because they are in the expensive and easy to set up and work. Wireless network are becoming more common in business and homes. Most mobile devices now come with a wireless network associated with their device, brand, or the carrier. There are also public hotspot at a restaurant, coffee shop, and airport, to name few. These make it easier for us to catch up on work or with a friend online. However, no matter how convenient wireless network might be, they can present a security. Data can be stolen, resulting in a penalties. So, such things like in bank and the business we are seeing day to day life. Let us begin here the journey of wireless network security. So wireless network security is also known as a wireless security. It is a subset of network security that adds a protection for a wireless computer network. It is the process of designing, implementing, and ensuring a security on a wireless computer network. Okay, then the wireless security is the prevention of unauthorized access or the damage to computer or a data using a wireless network, which include the Wi-Fi networks. I'm going to discuss more detail about Wi-Fi network later on. So it is going to protect and seeking to damage the confidentiality, integrity, or the availability of the network. Moving to the different types of wireless network, we are having the different categories like wireless LAN, wireless MAN, wireless PAN, wireless WAN. So let us move into the detail. So the wireless LAN is also called as a WLAN, where it is comes under local area network. So the main goal is to provide internet access within a building or limited outdoor area. So it uses a connectivity called as a cellular network. Looking into the wireless MAN, that is called Metropolitan Area Network, where its main goal is to provide access outside office and home network, typical regional. Okay, so it uses a connectivity called IEEE 802.16 WiMAX network connectivity. Looking into the wireless PAN that we call as a personal area network. So the main aim of this network is to transmit the signal between the device in limited areas, typically 100 meters. So it uses a connectivity called the Bluetooth, Zigbee, and the infrared uh, devices. Then looking into the WAN, that is wireless wide area network, and the main goal is to provide access outside the range of WLAN and WMAN. So it uses the connectivity called as a LTE. So LTE, as we know that it is a long-term evaluation. So in telecommunication, the long-term evaluation is a standard for a wireless broadband communication for mobile device and data terminals. So it is a type of 4G that delivers the fastest mobile internet experience. And looking into the one more network which is also available in the nowadays, that is called hybrid network. So it has a both wire and the wire media option to connect. Okay, then it relies on the wire as well as a wired signal. So let us consider an example. Look at the figure here. So in this figure, even the wire with the wireless devices are also connected. So let us say example, hybrid router transmits a Wi-Fi signal, but it also contain ports that can be connected to any DSL modem or the cable through Ethernet cables. Okay, so sometime in the modern in the modern situation networking, so hybrid network work. Looking into the security can be problem with the wireless network since the data sent over the air. So look at the figure here. So this is what the the party is trying to see. It is a security problem. Moving to the wireless security handling. The wireless security can be delivered through a different way, such as the hardware-based wireless setup, IDS and IPS, and as well as the wireless security problem. Let us go for a detail one by one. So, where in the hardware-based, here where the router and the switches are fabricated with a encryption measures, protects all wireless communication. So in this case, even if the data gets compromised by the cyber criminals, they will not be able to decrypt the data or view the data content. Where in the second, there is a wireless setup IDS and IPS, where IDS stands for Intrusion Detection System. Here, it analyzes the network traffic for a signature that matches the known cyber attacks, wherein the IPS stands for Intrusion Prevention System. Here, it also analyzes packet, but can also stop the packet from being delivered based on what kind of attacks it detects, helping stop the attack. So overall, it helps the detecting alerting and preventing a wireless network, and sends an alarm to the network administrator in case of any security breach. Okay, looking to the third one is the wireless security algorithms. So there are several algorithms for providing a high security, such as WEP, that is wired equivalent privacy, that is being used for maintaining the privacy of the data and the information. And the second algorithm is WPA, that is Wi-Fi protected access. We are also knowing the detail further here in the further next discussion. Then again, the next version is WAP2. That is the second next version. Then WAP3 is nothing but again next version, as well as presently being used in the presently used this algorithm. Okay, so moving to the first one is the WAP. So looking into the here, the first here, the wireless network uses the two common protocols. That is nothing but WAP as well as IEEE 802.11 for a point-to multi-point system. So as I said, there are two protocols being used. So let us see the one by one here. The first one is WAP, that is a wireless application protocol. So more detail we are going to study on this, and I am going to explain more detail. So it is a system developed to send a data or the information to small handheld devices, such as a cellular phone, wireless email handled, and the PDA, personal digital assistance device. So looking into the second one is IEEE 802.11. It has been standardized by IEEE for wireless local area network. So it is used in the most home and the office network to allow laptop, printer, smartphone, and the other devices to communicate with each other and access the internet without connecting a wires. Okay, let us know more detail about the WAF. So it is an protocol. The WAP is a protocol designed for the micro browser, and it enables the access of internet in the mobile device. It is designed to provide for accessing information over a mobile wireless network. So look at the figure. Here the WAP, both the diagram. Here the WAP gateway interface between the wireless network and the wired network, and also in the mobile and the web server. The basic aim of the WAP is to provide the web link experience on small portable device like a mobile phone and PDA. Okay, so here this WAP uses the markup language called WML, wireless markup language, and not like a HTML. Okay, so then WML it uses presently XML 1.0. There are different versions are there. XML 1.10, which is very suitable, and it enables the creating a web application for mobile device. Look at the figure application of the mobile here. So this is shows the how the application has been designed by using WAP. Okay, so it is designed to access the internet and advance telephone services from the mobile phone. Okay, so it also provides the service to the user mobile like small display, limited keys on a keypad, and no pointer devices like mouse, etc. So therefore, the WAP uses a variety of a network, GPRS, that is what we call as a general packet services, and the 3G network. The moving to the WAF also helps to improve the following, like improve the productivity and services, and real time information is made available at any time, anywhere within the organization. It enhancing the flexibility and the mobility. Then it improves the infrastructure installation, simplicity, and cost. The final one is the illuminate the pulling cable through the walls and the ceilings. And moving to the WAP forum, in the 1998, the WAP forum was founded by the Ericsson, Motorola, Nokia, and Unwired Planet, whose aim was to standardize the various wireless technology via the protocol. Okay, so here the WAP protocol was resulted by the joint effort of the various member of WAP forum. So in the recently in the 2002, the WAP forum was merged with the various other forum of the industry, resulting in a information on Open Mobile Alliance, we call it OMA. And moving into the WAP model working. So the user opens the mini browser in a mobile device. Look at here. This is the mobile device as well as the internet here. The WAP, how it is going to interface, we call as a gateway, WAP gateway. Okay, so it uses a select a website and that they wanted to view. Then the mobile device sends a URL encoded request via the network to WAP gateway using WAP protocols. Okay, so look at the figure here. Gateway makes an interface between this internet as well as the mobile device. And the WAP gateway translate the WAP request into the conventional HTTP URL request and send it to the over the internet. Looking into here the figure, more detail how the gateway is going to interface between the client as well as the server. The client may be wireless or the wire. Okay, look at here. The request reaches to the specified web server and it process the request as it would process any other request and send the response back to the mobile device through the WAP gateway in WML5, which can be seen in micro browser. Okay, so this is what the architecture also look at here. There is a client, there is a web server, and it is going to provide here. Then looking into the architecture of the WAP protocol stack. So as we know that it is an interface, it is a gateway which makes an interface between the client as well as the server. Okay, so then we wanted to see the more detail how the layer wise communication is going to take place. As we have seen the OSI layer in the network, how the message will you communicate. Like we here also we wanted to see the WAP protocol stack in detail. So WAP specification have adopted in the concept of layering the protocols. Okay, so layering is the concept of breaking up the entire communication process into a discrete piece. Each of these pieces handles a specific function. So in the WAP protocol stack has a multi-layer architecture. This is very similar to the 7-layer model of OSI, what we know in the previously. So looking into the figure where the WAP stack layer contain the 5 layers, as just I have told: application, session, transaction, security, transport. The name itself is going to perform its own operation. So here the application layer uses a WAE. So what is WAE stand for? That is wireless application environment, where session layer is includes the wireless session protocols, where the transaction layer includes the wireless transaction protocols, and the security layer includes the wireless transaction layer security. So these are the two important layer which provide a security. So we are going to discuss further. Then again, transport layer, that is called uses a WDP, that is called wireless datagram protocols. Moving into the WAP stack consists of following layer. As I have discussed, we are going to know the more detail here. Let us understand one by one and its features. So here the WA, that is nothing but wireless application environment. The name itself is it is tried to provide an environment. Okay, so how it is going to provide environment? Let us see here. It defines the following functions in turn, like wireless markup language. This is a language used for writing a particular application. So it is an XML based markup language for the visual display of web based contents. So it contains the mobile device specification and content development programming language for developing a various application by the different users. So once the HTML and the WML will converge into the XML, the many compatibility problem during a conversion from HTML to WML will cease to exist. Still now in the market, there is an compromise. That means merging of HTML to WML. Okay, so looking into the second one is WML script. So in the here it is a script language where similar to the JavaScript, and it is used to develop a wireless telephone application. Okay, so it is also used for telephone services and programming interface, and it is especially used for content formatting. So these are some specification for data format, including image, telephone directories, calendar informations, and like so on. So the WAE is just like the application layer in OSI model. Looking to the second one is WSF. is the second layer, where WSF stands for wireless session protocols. It is try to provide a session. Okay, here it implements an interface for connection oriented and connectionless session services. Here, the connection-oriented session services operate using a protocol for the transaction layer. However, the connectionless session services uses a secure or non-secure datagram services. So it offers some of the following basic function. So we'll see here the functions are the function and the semantic of HTTP. That is especially used for 1.1 version using compact coding scheme. So even the coding also they use, and the pausing and resuming a session, and a general facility for reliable and unreliable data push, and negotiation for protocol function. So it provides fast connection, suspension, and the reconnections facilities. Okay, which is offered by the WSF. Moving into the third layer, that is WTP, that is wireless transaction protocols. So it is a transaction oriented protocol executed using a datagram services. So it offers the following three important class of transaction services, like unreliable one-way request, and the reliable one-way request, and reliable two-way request or response transaction. This all depends on the user, how what kind of activity being performed. Okay, then moving to the next one is the fourth one that we call it WTLS, that is wireless transaction layer security. So it implements the security protocols based on the TLS, that is transport layer security industry standard. So it has the following features the first one is data integrity. So that means it is nothing but it ensures that the data sent between the terminal and the application server is in no way altered or the damaged. Then moving into the confidentiality, so ensure that the data sent between the terminal and the application server remain confidential and cannot be understood by any other participant who may have intercepted the data stream. Moving into the authentication, it ensures the authenticity of the terminal and the application servers. Then the denial of service protection, that is, it contains the feature that will recognize and reject the data that has been repeated or not verified successfully. So henceforth, the WTLs hinders many typical denial of services attack and protect the upper protocol layer. So it also offers the data integrity, privacy, and the authentication. Moving to the next layer is called WDP. That is the last layer, where before that WP layer, one more layer that is called bearer. We'll see later on. So where here the WDP, that is nothing but wireless datagram protocol, it operates on the various barriers that depends on the use network type. Okay, so here it also offers a consistent interface for upper layer, and so that communication occur transparently using one of the available barrier services. Okay, so therefore the transport layer is adapted to the specific function of the underlying barrier. So it present consistent data format to higher layer of WAP protocol stack. So this is what the idea behind here. So the in the last one is like barrier. Here it is used by the WAP protocol stack, form the lower interface of the datagram services and allow the WAP to be used for various network types with a specific barrier functions. So thus WDP is defined for a variety of bearer. For an IP bearer, the transport protocol that is called WDP is an implemented by the UDP. So looking into the figure here, where if you compare to the WAP with the OSI layer, and same the layer are exist. That is in the OSI layer, the application, presentation, session layer, SSTL, TLS is being used, transport layer, network, data link layer, physical layer. So looking exactly mapping to the WAP layer, the WAE, WSF, WTS, WTLS, where the transport layer uses a UDP and WDP. Here is a very important, then IP, SMS, GPRS, and PP plus OTA and over the air and barrier. So this is what the layers exist. Looking into the WAF security, The security is an optional in wireless application protocols. The WTL's layer provide a security. Okay, it operates directly on the top of the transport protocol layer. The goal of WTLS is to provide a authentication, integrity, and confidentiality. Looking to the authentication, just now what I have explained the previously, same thing. So here the authentication, it can be performed in a different way, including the digital signature, digital certificate, and token or the passwords. Okay, here the popular way to perform authentication over the internet is the use of digital certificate or the cryptographic message issued by the a trusted third party. So here the authentication is a WTLS is done with a digital certificate such as X509 and X9.68 techniques. Okay, looking into the example, like in a client server environment, both will send a mutual the digital certificate to confirm. Okay, this is all about the authentication. Looking into the integrity, as we know that integrity is a reliable information. Example, see the sending and receiving a data from the specific place. Assume that what you send in and received. Okay, here WTLS uses a message authentication codes. So usually it uses an algorithm called as a MAC algorithm. It is a family of cryptographic functions that is parameterized by a symmetric key that can be used to provide the origin authentication. Then moving to the confidentiality, where confidentiality is making sure that no one can read the packet that you are sending and receiving, but you and the party are intending to talk to. Okay, so moving to the best way to ensure the data confidentiality is through the use of data encryption algorithm and cyber text and the data decrypt. Okay, the data that is the data is nothing but plain text where it is encrypted, then send over the airway as a cipher text. The originated and the receptor both have key to decrypt the data to produce the text. Okay, so here the looking to the security issues of the wireless transport that is called WTLS. So there are the four issues that security solution must address. The first one is privacy. Only the sender, only sender and the recipient can read the content of message in the privacy. Where integrate the content should not be altered between the same. It is not sent and received. So whereas in the authentication, all the party in the communication are who they claim to be. Okay, non-repudiation, a party to transaction cannot falsely claim that they don't participate in the particular transaction. So again, WTLS has a number of inherent security problems such as a weak encryption. Looking to the next one is wireless LAN. Here, it is a group of network components connected through the electromagnetic waves using electromagnetic waves. Look at figure here. So the different in the wireless LAN, some are physically connected, some are through wirelessly connected by the different devices. So WLAN are used to replace the wired network. It transmit and receive the data over the air, and it minimize the need for wired connection. So WLAN provides flexibility, freedom of movement, and easy to installation within the workplace. Where WLAN provide a roaming by allowing the user real-time access to information from anywhere in their organization without having to find a place to connect to the network with the cable or the wire, thereby increasing productivity, and they do not require expensive and time-consuming cable installation. As we have seen, too many complexity are there in the establishing a cable connection. So then WLAN are highly reliable, easily configured, and rearrangement to accommodate a variety of office setting and a number of users from the small to expensive. So the wireless LANs are adapted to change the environment. That is very important. Then moving to here, the wireless LAN devices are fixed in location and a combination of fixed wireless and the mobile services. So it uses a standard protocols called 802.1 of different the variation like ABC and so on. So it is also called as IEEE wireless standards. So these standards allow the workstation to establish connection up to 54 Mbps with the wireless access point. So which is then connected to the wired LAN. So look at the figure here. There are different systems are connected, and here is a one wireless network interface card NIC. It is there, and you can consider this a laptop. And here is the wireless access point. So through this, the LAN will communicate. That's why wireless LAN will work through this access point. So access point and the NIC will communicate to each other and provide. Okay. Then moving into the wireless LAN have a two primary components. Like as I just now have said, the wireless network interface card we call as the NIC. So that is in remote device, and one more is wireless access point. So what is wireless access point? As we know, everyone. So it is a device connected to the wired local area network that receive a signal and transmit signal back to the wireless NIC. That is called network interface card, and that acts as a, both the base station and a bridge for a wireless network. Looking into the range of access, in the indoor range of typically 802.11 as well as a WLAN is approximately 150 feet. It can cover the range. Whereas outdoor, the range can be up to the 1,500 feet. Okay, so this means that the point must be placed so that the coverage exists in the appropriate areas. The looking into the wireless network can be divided into three types as shown in the next slide. I'm going to show here. There are different types. Are the first one is the low power, low range wireless. That is called uh, WPN. That is a range 10 meter. The medium power, medium range wire LAN. That is WLAN. And the third one is high power and long range wireless. That's called WAN. That is in terms of kilometer. So these are based on their range. Okay, so look into the here the layer. Look at the figure with the layer design, how they have categorized. So the first one is WPN. Okay, so here the Bluetooth, the devices being used for Bluetooth, home RF, radio frequency, then IEEE 802.5.1.5 technology being used for a lower power shortage range. Then looking into the WLAN, wireless local area network. So here it uses IEEE 802.11 and similar to the technology medium power and medium range. Then one more layer that is called outer layer is called that is nothing but wide area network. In this category is there various cellular and the related technology called as uh, GSM, GPRS, and time division multiple access. They're called TDMA, etc. That used for high power, long range.
Students, please mute your mic. Students.
Looking to the next discussion is the wireless LAN configuration. Okay, there are several ways to configure a wireless LAN network. Look at here one by one. The first one is ad hoc network. Second one is infrastructure network. Third one is hotspot. Fourth one is point-to-point bridge, and fifth one is multi-point bridge. Sixth one is the Ethernet to wireless bridge. Let us understand one by one in detail. Begin with the first one is ad hoc network. So an ad hoc network is a peer-to-peer network formed by a set of stations within the range of each other that dynamically configure themselves to set up the temporary network. Okay, so it is an on-demand network that work from the device to device. As we know that the ad hoc network everyone is using in the nowadays. So in this network setting, one can wirelessly connect one device to another without the first connecting to the wireless router or the access point. Okay, since ad hoc, the meaning itself says ad hoc, so ad hoc wireless network can sustain itself without any existing infrastructure. So it is a decentralized, okay. So it is a decentralized and regarded as a peer-to-peer network. Okay, so in the ad hoc or the independent WLAN, as shown here in the next diagram, I'm going to show here. there are two stations communicate directly with each other without any access point. Okay, so here it uses a topology like a mesh topology structure to connect in a wireless network. Look at here figure. So it is going to connect. Then looking into the second one is the infrastructure network, where it is an hybrid type of network where it uses wireless and the wire media. Okay, sometime in the campus or in the organization, we wanted to use a particular kind of the network we call as an infrastructure network. So WLAN clients connect to the network through wireless access point and then operate as a wired client. So the infrastructure network shown below here, it is shown here. There is a nomadic station will be there. We call as the Wi-Fi, and here is the access point. Access point will be here. Okay, the most corporate wireless LAN operate its infrastructure mode and access the wired network for a connection to printer as well as a file server. Sometimes we are using wireless, sometimes we want to use the wire also. Why we wanted to use the resources? Okay, so let us see example. In the nomadic station, the network technology that deliver the connectivity within the limited range using a antenna. Okay, so this is nothing but antenna you can call. So example, Wi-Fi media. Okay. Moving to the third one is the hotspot. As we know that we are in the mobile itself, we are using a hotspot, and it provides the free wireless services from the wide variety of public meeting areas, including coffee shop and the airport. And it uses a hotspot. The user notebook must be configured with the Wi-Fi. Okay. The hotspot range is limited within a certain meters, so beyond it is not going to cover a signal. And then it can be used to send receive data anywhere within the range of wireless LAN in the allocated frequency band. And the moving into the fourth one is point to point bridge, where the meaning itself is point to point bridge, where it connects two network. There is a two different LAN. It is going to interconnect two building having their own Ethernet networks. So this is a very important in the point to point bridge. Will only connect only two different LAN. Okay, so if more than two, then the point to point bridge will not work. Okay, so moving to the next one is point to multi point bridge, where the previously seen point to point is going to connect two network where it supports more than two networks. That means point to multi point bridge, it connects three or more LAN that may be located on a different floor in a building or across the building. And the point to multi point wireless bridge is utilized to make a service. Okay, then moving to the next one is Ethernet to wireless bridge, where it connects a single device that has an Ethernet port but not an 802.11 interface card. So, such as a network printer. So, as I said, NIC is not there, network interface card is not there, also it is going to connect. So, as an example, an Ethernet to wireless bridge is shown here in the diagram here. Look at here this diagram where laptop is here, the printer is here, Ethernet to the wireless bridge will be there. Sometime we wanted to connect, so even in the printer there is a no NIC card, so it is going to connect and you can perform the operation. Looking into the security issues in wireless environment. Okay, so there are many different way a hacker can attack your networks, and along with that, the many different way to secure your wireless network. Among the threat, some can occur in any networking environment, while other are specific to the wireless. Let us take a look at the few. The first one is denial of services, where it is a simple attack that relies on the limiting access to services on a wired or wireless network. Okay, so this hack is commonly accomplished by routing a tremendous amount of traffic at a specific target. So this approach, the high volume of traffic overwhelming the target machine and disturb the services. Looking into the second one is Regu access, where it is a common method of attack used by hackers is the use of Regu access point that is set up within the range of your existing wireless network. Okay, so Regu access point is an access point installed on a network without the network owner permission. Look at here the figure shown where the hacker establishes this fast network to fool the people. and device in range to use the access point. Okay, these allow the hacker to access data and the information on legitimate devices that should be secure. Okay, this is what here. What is the client think happen here? A legitimate access point, and what actually happens is the password is going to known by the regular access point. Okay, then moving to the passive capturing, where passive capturing is another threat to the security on a wireless network, and it is used to capture the traffic from the network by copying a traffic. Okay, so it is accomplished by setting up the devices within the range of the network and listening to the data traffic traveling along your network and capturing that information. So look at here figure shows very clearly if A is sending and sending to some information to the B, there is a router here. So through this it is going to send. So then again the user A to user B packet data traffic can be monitored through the hub by the user C using a receiver only, that is a Ethernet cable. Okay, so the moving to uh, the solution to the wireless security threat. Okay, so some of these solutions are the best practice for any networking environment, while other are specific solution designed to address wireless security threat. Within the comprehensive approach, the organization can be protected its wireless networks. Let us know the one by one here. The first one is the firewall. So the firewall is nothing but it is going to prevent the unidentified access and offer security network availability for an on-site and remote staff, business partner, and the customers. Okay, here the firewalls are security staple in all the secure networking environment. So they may be wired or wireless. Looking into the figure shows here, this is what the firewall. Okay, so this is a firewall and it is going to prevent unauthorized access. Okay, in this network. Moving to the second one is intrusion detection. So intrusion detection and the prevention software are found in a wired and the wireless networks. So these also provide the network with the software intelligence to immediately identify and halt the attacks, threats, worms, viruses, and many more. Looking into the example here. So this is what intrusion detection system. The meaning itself is it is a detection system. Try to see the intrusion and check appropriately. Okay, there is an administrator. Just keep on watching the firewall what is going on. Okay. Then moving to the third one is content filtering. The meaning itself is it is just as an important as first solution in all the network environment because it all protect you from the internal activity where filtering and the monitoring software prevents employees from the accessing content via the internet that could be potentially be harmful to our the operations. Okay, so look at the figure here. Okay, wait. This is what kind of a filter is going on in the internet to the routers different user. Okay, see here this is the internet and again this is through which the router these are the some content filtering is going to carried out with this. Okay, terminals. Okay, this is all about the simple diagram I'm showing here. Then looking into the fourth one is authentication. So authentication and the identification methods protect the secure data on your network. Okay, in addition to the password protection, solutions such as key fobs and biometric authentication ensure that the only those with the proper authority to access your secure data can do so, keeping your wireless network safe. Okay, look at figure here, authentication, how it is being performed, authorization. So authorization look like the same, but it is different. Authentication is like entering a appropriate password. You are checking, validating the password once it is correct or incorrect. Authorization is nothing but authorize whether you are authorized user for the resources or not. Okay, so that is what the authentication authorization is going to perform. Let us see example in the cinema theaters. You are taking a ticket. Okay, so ticket itself is an authentication. You are allowed to enter into the theater. Then whether to use AC or non-AC, in the AC whether you wanted to use some charger or like some other different resources, then authorization will be one. Okay, so if you are authorized user again to the particular price of the ticket. Okay, so that is what authorization and the authentication how it differ. If it both are look like the same only. Okay, then looking into the next one is data encryption here. So in the today's business climate relies on the collecting, analyzing, and more importantly, sharing the vital information about your business and its customer. So data encryption can be used to secure the wireless network. Look at figure here. There is an the very secure. It means data should be encrypted. So we know that the original data and should be encrypted using some encryption algorithm, and then scrambled data, then decryption key will be there. So in the network, in order to maintain a security of the particular data, encryption decryption is going to perform. Okay, like the system security and the data security, keeping a sound knowledge about the different wireless security measures is also essential for security professionals. So it is a because different wireless security mechanism have a different level of strength and the capability. Looking into the wireless hacking tools, what are the tools available? Like you'll see here, there are some automated wireless hacking tools available that have made cyber criminals more powerful. Okay, the first one is a list of some of these tools are available like AirCrank, Crack, AirSnob, and Can and Able, and Wireshark, NetStumbler, like etc. etc. So the different hacking technique include remote accessing, shoulder surfing, wireless router, dashboard accessing, and brute force attack that are used to penetrate wireless security. Looking into the future of wireless security. So the standard bodies and the industry organizations are spending a great deal of time and money on developing and deploying next generation solution that address a growing wireless network security problem. Okay, I'm finally going to conclude here. So the wired and the wireless networks are very common in the workplace as well as in the home. So technology has been created to store, transmit, and receive data through network at very high rate of speed. So network have become essential to completing daily business tasks and most business. So those who rely heavily on the information technology would be crumpled without their network. So advance in networking storage have allowed for an organization to use their network not only the sharing of resources but to store the large pool of data to be used for data analysis. So the company can now store detailed profile information per customer at very low cost. So in future, the speed of the network will be increased as they have in past year. The cost network will be continue to decline, and using a network will be essential for every organization. As computing technology increase in power and decrease in size, the price of the creating a high powered full features network will be decreased rapidly. Okay, so with this all about the wireless security and challenges, I'm going to conclude this webinar talk. I thank organizer, coordinator, and the staff member for giving me an opportunity. And also,
Thank you, sir. The session was really good. I thank you on behalf of my principal and the entire family of Kaylee. Thank you, sir.
thank you, madam.